Welcome to the first episode of When the Smoke Clears, a podcast talking about random pop culture, cartoons, comics and anime and gaming. I'm Rachel and I'm joined by my cousin Joelle.
Hello.
And my brother Josh.
Hello everyone.
Yeah, so hopefully you'll enjoy this, but we're just gonna, kick it off with the way that we normally chat amongst ourselves, basically, and you guys just listen in. So, what was the last convo we were having? Because you, me, Joelle, we were going to watch the whole MCU films. When you messaged, you were saying that you just finished Thor, what's it called?
Dark World.
That's it. I was going to say Dark Knight. I've got Batman on my head. Yeah, so I watched that one, and I hadn't seen that before, I just realised I haven't seen it.
Neither had I. There's a lot of, actually,
there's
a lot of these films.
I think that one slipped through. It slipped through the radar.
Yeah, there's a lot of these I missed out on.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't remember that. It's like I hadn't seen that. When Hulk came out, do you know what? I didn't watch Hulk only because, like the first Hulk, because I was just like, I think because I'm a kid of the 70s, I still remember Hulk as Hulk. And so I just didn't.
Yeah, which Hulk are you talking about?
Hulk isn't part of it.
The Incredible Hulk is part of MCU.
Incredible Hulk is part of it, but not Hulk. There's two films.
Oh yeah, Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my lord. You know what I mean?
No, okay. I thought you meant that one.
No, Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Not with
Edward Norton.
with what Edward Norton one. Yeah, exactly. So I hadn't seen the Edward Norton one because at the time I was just being stubborn. I was just being basically like, I like the one from this when I was a kid. I'm not gonna watch this new Dead Hulk. So I didn't watch it, and then I did watch it, and I'll be honest with you, it weren't that good.
What?
You don't like Hulk?
I didn't like it.
Hulk?
I didn't like it.
Nah, that's one of the good ones. Yeah.
No, I didn't like Edward Norton. I don't know, maybe because you know what it is. I got introduced to the MCU Hulk through Avengers and later on.
Yeah.
So. I'm like, who's this?
Yeah.
Why is it?
I did think that was bait as well. Like I did, but when I was watching it, I was like, because when I was looking at the list, and it was like, Incredible Hulk next. I was like, all right, which film is it? Because I'm sure it's not the Edward Norton one. I was like, is there another one with Mark Ruffalo by himself? I was like, I don't remember no Hulk film with Mark Ruffalo by himself. So it kind of throws you off a bit because it's like. They don't look nothing like each other. They don't act the same.
No. Let's be honest though.
The only thing for me that even like linked it together was when Tony Stark came in at the end. Like
yeah.
Other than that, it didn't even feel like part of the
only continuity.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, I feel that the first, what's his name?
Edward Norton,
I feel like he's a better Bruce Banner than Buffalo. I prefer him.
He is.
I prefer him.
Yeah, he is.
Much better. Why is this guy's all jokey and man?
Do you know what? And as well, like Mark Ruffalo, he's like a big guy as well. Like Edward Norton's like a little scrawny guy. Like
you see the difference.
But for me, like I like Ruffalo like that bit when you're reintroduced to Hulk in the first Avengers. Yeah. And then he comes and he's all like calm and stuff, and I just love that line that when he said, they were like, oh, you're gonna get angry or something like that. He goes, well, that's my thing. I'm always angry, and I just thought he's just a good actor. Like Norton just came across as just like, I don't know, that's the whole point. Yeah, but
imagine that line. Imagine that line from Norton. Like Norton's some skinny guy. You know what I'm saying? He's walking into this madness. And he just turns around and he's like, I'm always angry. And you see it from the first Incredible Hulk. He is always angry. He was breathing all that, you know what I'm saying? It connects.
You know what it is? I know, I've just hit the nail on the head for myself. It's that I grew up, Bruce Banner looks like my man now. They look the same. He doesn't look like Edward Norton, he looks like the second Hulk. So for me, I felt like an affinity with it. When I looked, I was like, he looks like that old Hulk that I know, that always will be Hulk to me.
Yeah. I think I get my images from, the 90s cartoons. All of them, to me, that's like how they should be. Apart from Spider-Man, it was a bit too wedge. That's how they should be, isn't it? He must be like, but athletic.
Yeah. they're all roided. But no, Yeah, it was. I think I'm not saying it was a bad concept. It was just that it didn't sit with me like as a film. I was just like, oh, it's all right, but it didn't move me. Like I liked what one did I like? Thor was good.
I did like.
The first Thor.
I didn't like any of the Thor films apart from Ragnarok.
I haven't got there yet.
Because you see, this is the thing. When before I didn't watch the Thor.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Thor. I think I just like that character. I feel like you might as well put Jesus in the Avengers. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't understand why you put,
Captain America.
like religious figures like in comic book, but then the fact. But even all that aside, that's my own problem. I did feel like the films. I didn't want to give them a chance, and then. I watched Ragnarok and I liked that, but the main reason I liked that was because of the Hulk. I felt like the Hulk like made that film. So then I went
and Valkyrie.
Huh?
And Valkyrie as well.
Yeah. But so then when I went back now and watched this one, and then I saw like flipping Natalie Portman, and I was like, oh, that was the first red flag. I was like, oh no. I like it. And then, yeah, it was just flipping like just some Lord of the Rings knockoff fest. Like,
Shut up, man!
It just went on it, bro. But wait, the first one was like just about watchable. The second one, I swear, I fell asleep like 3-4 times. I watched it like so many times I had to restart it.
Yeah.
Like, wow, man, this is just so dry.
That's why I didn't remember it. It's because I fell asleep before the end. That's why I never remembered it. That's
as well.
Which one was that one? Is that?
Oh, the one where like she gets like.
What's that?
When she gets powers. Oh, okay. Spoiler alert.
What?
No, I just watched it.
Oh, you've seen it, yeah? Oh, dark.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Inside her and then just all that.
Get the powers.
Yeah, man. She gets a little power.
Yeah.
She goes up there. Yeah. Low key. You know what? I low key like Loki.
You like
that? He's good.
He's like the god of mischief, isn't he?
He is.
But
he's also like some teenage angst. It's like teenage angst. He even looks like
he's coming like Darth Vader. Darth Vader. What's his name? Oh God, in Star Wars, in the new Star Wars, what's his name?
Kylo Ren.
Yeah, he comes like Kylo, isn't he?
Teenage angst. No, mom, you're not even my dad. Like, what is that wrong? You're not my dad. You're not my real dad. I hate this house.
God, one of your papa's dead yard. They ain't got no TV, no furniture, bare dark in there. That's what the mum said. Go back to your dad's yard then, innit? Go back to your dad's house. Loki, the thing with Loki that don't make no sense to me about Loki, right? Is in that story with the Thor. It's like they just the dad just like booked it on him like, yeah, you're different. And that was very what do you call it? Not Lord of the Rings. That was very what's the one that we love watching?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I forgot. When the smoke clears. Game of Thrones, like you know when what's his face licked the ice king with the sword, and then they looked at each other like rah. You know that bit when they had the fight with the
when Jon Snow beat the ice king.
Yeah, and then they remember his Valyrian steel licked the man steel, and they just licked each other. That was the same kind of scene when Loki was fighting those guys, and then the guy grabbed his hand.
Yeah.
And it didn't freeze.
Yeah.
Proper recycle cut. Control C, Control V business.
Oh, it's a recycle fantasy cliche.
You know what? You're saying that, yeah. I'll be sitting there watching stuff with Yasmin. And I will tell her exactly what's going to happen. I said, I've seen this before. It's like, no, blah, 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 blah. Tutus, the same thing, exact thing happens. Everything's recycled.
They just get the same frames. Remember there was that email that was going around, or that thing that was showing Disney back in the day when they literally used the same cells from the animations and just put them on like Sleeping Beauty and whatever Snow White, because it's just recycled things.
Rachel, do you know what else though as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Because you were saying about the Loki thing. Like another thing I don't like with the Loki story. Well, another thing I don't really like with Thor. Like the Loki story is like a constant thing through the 3 films. It's always like Loki. But then also, I don't like the fact that, obviously, Thor's gonna have an affinity to him, yeah. But it's like he betrays him, and then he's like, oh no, but I can try and trust you, and then he betrays him again, and then he betrays him again, and again. It's always constantly like letting him down. It's like, come on, man, like you're not really like that good at this, are you? Like,
It's this little.
But they made Thor like that, innit? Thor's like a clown kind of thing.
No, it's like the cracking little brother. Like when you watch some films, like you know the guy's on drugs, and you know that he keeps like slipping, but he's your brother at the end of the day. So you keep trying to help him out, and then he keeps stealing this TV, and then you let him back in the house, and he's still take your bank book.
But everyone else is seeing it apart from him. It's like everyone's watching the film thinking, yeah, he's just gonna like juke you in your stomach, like he does it.
That was a setup. That was a setup.
I know. I'm just saying.
But you expected the setup.
So I know we're jumping crazy, but I've just finished watching the end of. It was Thor. After Thor. No, Captain America. The second Captain America.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that.
I like that. It was sad as well.
And you know what? I like the Captain America films, yeah, because like they're not so. Not that any of them are cheesy, but like them ones are like more like espionage and all of that stuff. Like that with that Winter Soldier, with that whole shield thing. I'd seen it, but I'd forgotten the story a little bit. So I was like, oh, what?
Yeah.
Like what's that on the shield? So like that was like a really interesting story. Like it was just.
I like that.
Oh, is that the one where Shield gets wiped out?
Yeah, it was like gets taken out by
Hydra. That one was hard.
Hydra comes in the middle.
That was hard.
That one was good, man.
That was sick. But at the end, they had low-key stuff. Like, it didn't make no sense to me. Like, okay. So where did he find, is that when he dropped to the earth, when his dad kicked him out?
What are you talking about? Remember, that's after the Avengers, so they've taken it.
Oh, yeah! His staff stayed in the lab. Why has Hydra got it?
Because the Hydra was...
Shield had it. Shield had it.
Shield doing the madness.
Yeah.
Infiltrated it, innit?
I was confused. I was like, I thought like Shield had it, and then it all kicked off. I thought that Loki got it back, to be fair.
No. When Loki came to Earth to try and do the madness, and then flop, they kept the stuff.
Yeah. So what's Loki got? Well, what did Loki have after that then? Nothing.
You gotta see.
Stuff wasn't a thing. Remember?
Oh, because Thor took him back.
The aliens that sent him to Earth, they gave him the staff. That was their weapon.
Like
a weapon that he used to carry.
I thought it was him. I don't know why. I missed that bit.
In that first Avengers, because remember in Thor, he hasn't got a staff. In the first Thor, he hasn't got a staff. But when he comes in the Avengers, he's got a staff because he's come with that army. That army, the people that gave him the army, they gave him that staff.
So it wasn't his. So that
is it the Kree? Is it the Kree?
Yeah, the Kree gave him a Tesseract.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Hang on, no, the Kree are the good people.
No.
Both. Both.
Yeah, the Kree are good. Like, remember that?
No. Wait, no. Sorry. The Kree are bad. I think they're Skrulls still.
Remember, they're not good. Remember, she thinks.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was thinking they were good. Yeah, because you thought they were good. They're not.
Snaked her.
Jude Law in them.
Jude Law, that lot. The blue people.
So wait, where have you seen up to? Where have you got seen up to?
Up to Guardians 1. But obviously I've seen...
I'm up to Guardians 1.
I stopped, innit? Not stopped, but I was like, alright, yeah, I can wait now. Because I like Guardians 1. I've seen it so many times. I was like, alright, I'm not like super inspired to watch it. I do like it, but I was not super inspired to watch it yet. So yeah, go on.
For me with Guardians 1 though, like, I've seen it, I liked it, but now that I'm watching it in the story, the context of the story, you know that you're talking about sometimes it's a bit cheesy.
Yeah.
I'm worrying that Guardians is going to be too jokey jokes. For all the darkness to come up to. So but I know Guardians so well that I think I might, and there's some that I might skip in the thing. I'm going to probably skip Guardians, and I'm probably going to skip Black Panther, because as much as I like Black Panther, it's like, you know when you go on a roller coaster the first time, it's amazing. And then you jump back on that ride, and you're like, oh, wait a minute, that wasn't as good as I thought it was. I don't want to spoil it, because when I went and saw Black Panther in the cinema, I loved it. It was brilliant. I don't want to watch it again and be like,
I won't lie. I think on the second watch, you still love it. It's been so long. It's been so long. When you watch it again and you see it, like, you know, what's his name, man? Jordan, Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
It's him in that film as well. Like, he is a sick villain, innit? Like, I think if you watch it again, you'll actually enjoy it.
I might have to, okay. I love Captain Marvel, by the way. I had never seen it, because I always know Captain Marvel as a man. I love Captain Marvel.
Because you watched it in chronological order, Captain Marvel would be a good film, innit? But when I watched it, I expected her to be doing bits, innit? And, nah. Like,
she came for it at the end, though. She came, look, like...
The thing is, yeah, she could have just done that, like, instantly and finished the whole thing. Like, it's a wrap.
Out of all of the superheroes, like, Wonder Woman has been, okay, I'm a DC girl. Wonder Woman's always been, since I was a kid, like, because there's a strong woman and she can fight, and she's not girly, she just gets on with it. But seeing the female incarnation of Captain Marvel, I was like, yeah, that amount of power she's got. Massive!
Yeah, no, she's strong. She's one of the best.
She's strong. She's strong. No, Captain Marvel was alright still. Captain Marvel was alright still.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because it was before the last Avengers,
yeah.
It was just like a little, I don't know, to me it was just like a stepping stone.
Yeah. Yeah,
it was good. It was good origin story, but it's a stepping stone.
Yeah, I did feel it, like it felt like that when it came out.
So who would you say is the strong one, like the strongest out of the whole set of Avengers? Who's the strongest?
Probably
Hulk is the strongest, isn't it?
Hulk.
That's what I think. I think Hulk is the strongest, but Hulk is strong, but Thor and Hulk can go head to head.
Yeah, Thor's not the thing with Thor, like Thor, like that's his actual strength, like whereas like if Hulk is Banner, he's gonna get beat up, like, do you know what I mean? So that's the only difference.
Yeah.
He's not another person, but that's just his constant strength. It's always like that. It's always on top. But yeah, Hulk is mad strong. When the Hulk comes out, he's just like
and
he gets stronger. He can get stronger and stronger.
He's got that Superman thing where he's just unlimited strength, isn't it?
Yeah, and regenerates as well.
Yeah.
I think Hulk was, out of all of the Marvel characters, I don't know, from my generation, I think Hulk has been underappreciated. So now you realise how strong he is. Like, it was always about, obviously it was more DC back in the day. That was one of the questions I was going to say. Like, DC back in the day was stronger, and then Hulk came out, but we were looking at other characters. I never rated Hulk, like, as a kid. So now when you really look at his storyline and his capacity, you're like...
I disagree with you. I think he was probably just too more focused on Wonder Woman all the time, because Hulk was a big deal.
Shut the hell up, right?
She-Hulk. Focus on She-Hulk.
No, She-Hulk's dead. Oh, God.
First of all, I don't believe that DC was ever bigger, but maybe, I don't know, maybe in the 70s, but like, I don't ever remember that, like, but like, all I do know...
I think Superman and Batman,
yeah,
they were.
Them two.
When I was growing up, it was X-Men on TV, it was Spider-Man on TV, do you know what I mean? All the comics.
That's 90s though, Joelle.
But yeah, Batman animated series, it was Superman animated series.
Superman, but like, there was like a period.
That's the only...
That's what I was saying.
That's the only two that were like well known in DC. Really, like if you talk to people that don't really read comics, they're the only two that are really well known like that.
Yeah, but
like a lot of people, like you could say Wonder Woman as well, but like she wasn't really as celebrated. Again, I think probably more in the 70s, because when I was growing up, there wasn't any Wonder Woman cartoon or Wonder Woman.
No, there weren't no Wonder Woman.
No.
What was big? Think about it. Like it has flipped because 70s, 80s. You had on TV. It was like a mixture, but that was mostly DC, Batman and Robin, Wonder Woman, Superman, blah 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 blah. Then the films, then the big grossing films came out. It was Superman. Yeah. So all super films. Then it was Batman.
DC was
Huh?
DC was running it back then. Like when it was films back then, DC.
That was my question.
With the films in the 80s, with the films in the 80s, with the Batman and the Superman, definitely DC was running it.
Yeah, 100.
But then when we got to the 90s, yeah, especially you had X-Men was just killing it. And it wasn't even really Avengers. It was just like X-Men, Wolverine. Like everyone loved Wolverine.
Wolverine was
Wolverine.
all of them. Same TV.
Because when that Spider-Man cartoon came on, like people were just watching
everyone like
intensely. So and then the
he sang at the time. Huh? Spider-Man was 70s even. So Spider-Man, even as a kid, he was almost like DC back in the day. When we were kids, he was almost like that because he was on the same pedestal as those guys. But then, as you're right, Hollywood-wise, you had DC for a while, and then now Marvel's taken over. And my question is, do you think DC could ever get back film-wise to the level that Marvel is?
Nope.
Not anymore. No, it's too late. It's too late.
No, but these are old stories from days.
It's too late. Marvel has finished a whole series of interconnecting films in continuity. They've done it already. DC are lagging.
But one thing, with the right investment and the right writers, do you think they could come back?
I think they've got the richness of characters. Marvel can do what they're doing, because they've got so many characters that people. There's so many characters that people buy into. Where I feel like DC may have some like obscure characters that they could make like dark adult films. They could make dark adult films with some of these obscure characters, like but with like in terms of like a lot of the characters that Marvel have, like you got. They're like you said, Joshua, with these interconnected films, they're just doing like new phases, and each phase is like 10 movies. You got Black Widow film coming out. Yeah, I see the trailers for Black Widow. It's supposed to come out already, but because obviously the COVID, like it's not, it's been pushed back. But that looks mad. The Black Widow movie, the Black Widow. You got Blade coming out. You got like all of these. You got Marvel What If. You got all of these.
Mobius, all of that.
Yeah. So like I think that. So I feel like, and imagine if they got X-Men right, if they
when they bring in X-Men to the continuity, it's mad, it's over, it's finished.
But they haven't so far. But DC, the thing is, all DC would really be able to do is reboot these same Justice League characters again.
Nah. Well, listen, if you look on the, if you watch the series of DC. They've actually done that. So they've got the Flash, they've got Batgirl, Batwoman, they've got Supergirl, they've got Superman, they've got, so all of them, all together, Green Arrow, and they've done a Crisis of Infinite Earths. So they've all crossed over into different things. So they've actually made the continuity in the series. So I would say DC is stronger in terms of the series right now, but they can't seem to just transfer it over to the films.
I think they're also strong in terms of the animation, because the movies, the feature movies that they've got, DC are wicked. All the Batman cartoons, all the even the Superman ones, they're well made. They're made actual like movies. Do you know what I mean? Like they don't try, like the Marvel cartoons get a bit silly, but then the DC cartoons are like really well made, and like it doesn't seem like people acting in it. Well, sometimes with the Batman voice, but like other than that, it doesn't seem like a cartoon. If you get what I mean.
I know what you mean. Because the Marvel cartoons, I remember X-Men cartoons that you used to watch. I'd be like, what's this like dead anime drawings? Like it was. When they're running and they're running like that.
Yeah, but that was the best one. That's the best one.
That was the best one.
That's the best cartoon. That's the most like the comics.
The Marvel cartoons now, they're like poor, like.
But you know what?
Nickelodeon vibes, like.
Oh God!
I think with the DC, I think the fact that they can tell the alternate reality, like that Batman one, the Russian. They can tell the alternate version. So I think when the public is ready for that and they start making films like that, that would be quite sick if they could do it. Because you've heard Batman's story millions of times. You've heard Superman's story. If you hear an alternate version, you're going to be like, raw, like, what's this? Like, is quite decent, and that's like the no Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah. But
Have you seen that?
yeah, yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah, that's really good.
That film is one of the best animation films made. Like, that film is very good.
It's so good.
Very good.
Yeah, watch that.
And that's what I think is the next step. And that's what I think DC can do. That's why the animations are really good as well.
Josh.
With the right investment.
Yeah. What I forgot what I was going to say now. Yeah, Karen.
DC and Marvel, what would you say is more iconic? So yes, at the moment, Marvel is amazing. Like, it's got great films, great entertainment, great story arcs, great intertwining of stories. But if you're putting it against, if you're measuring it for things like merchandise, legacy, longevity of characters, pop culture, who would you say is better?
I don't think you can split it.
Yeah, that's impossible now.
Is it by character then?
Both have got iconic characters. Like, but I think Marvel's only got.
Who's Marvel got though? Marvel's only got Spider-Man.
What? Spider-Man, Fantastic Four.
And they're not iconic right now. Like, they're like.
Fantastic Four.
Like,
Well, yeah, they're not now. They
if you
stopped
go to
them now.
Comic Con and kids, and you're buying merchandise, or even if you go into any shop, you can pull off
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
but that's because Disney shut them down, but now Disney have got them again. So now they're going to bring them back.
Fantastic Four are iconic. You left that out of your discussion about 80s and 70s, yeah? But
They were good. Yeah.
they were massive.
Yeah.
They're fantastic. All them cartoons were sick.
Yeah.
They were good.
But just right. The reason why Fantastic Four now is like a non-event is because the last couple movies have bombed. Like, they've bombed like really bad. Like, every Fantastic Four movie has bombed. Like, so now no one gives a damn about Fantastic Four anymore. But
You know what happened? Basically, those films bombed, and then Disney told Marvel to stop making Fantastic Four comics because they were associating it with Marvel, innit? With Disney. So they were like, nah, stop.
so what? Marvel stopped making Fantastic Four comics.
Yeah, they stopped making them.
What?
Disney said don't make them. So they stopped making them. So there was no Fantastic Four. So when the film come out,
Yeah.
like, no one's really checking Fantastic Four like that because they can't. You know what I mean? So they just basically locked it off until, it was like basically putting them on, like holding them hostage. So they're saying, give us Fantastic Four as an IP, as a product, or like, bomb in it. So and that's what happened. So that's why they keep flopping with it.
That's crazy.
Would you think it's, you know, the whole Disney thing? This is the thing, it's money sometimes, isn't it? Like, do you think Disney has been a good thing for Star Wars and Marvel?